Despite their talented rosters and abundance of resources, LA Thieves have struggled to establish themselves at the top. Having won less than half of their games as they finished 7th, Nadeshot's men haven't had a regular season to remember. But if they perform at their peak, there's a real possibility we could see Slasher & Co. lifting that championship trophy. While they have a long road ahead of them as they start in the losers bracket, LA Thieves have plenty of strengths to be working with that will help them along the way. Okay, strengths then. Why do I think that LA Thieves can go on to do serious damage at Champs? Well, the first thing that I'm going to throw out there is Drazah. This kid is fantastic. He's a star in the making. The young phenom Drazah has some serious takeover potential and is definitely slept on by many. After his impressive performances in Modern Warfare, it was a shock not to see him picked up by a CDL squad going into Cold War.
As Drazah makes it a 1 versus 1. 30 seconds to find the kill and defuse the bomb. Pharaoh makes his way forward and Drazah's gonna gun him!
Drazah can run any gun. He's one of the last true flexes knocking around. He's positive in every mode over the whole year. Gets involved in the first blood department and is arguably the Thieves' best control player. Not to mention his sneaky S&D strats.
But no one yet to drop. However, that quickly is about to change up as Drazah finding himself on the flank. Nobody watching the backside as that's going to be 3 in a row for him. The 4th put in the dirt. And how about that flank? Continuous highlight plays from Drazah.
And the thing is, he's only getting better too. In stage 5, it was his best return if you want to look at KD. He was rocking a 1.09. And in the hard points in particular, he was absolutely fantastic, returning a 1.12 across the entire stage. If I'm LA Thieves and I'm looking at players to build around for the future, Kenny, sure. Hugh, maybe. I've just spent a ton of money there. But Drazah, an absolute certainty. This boy has got it, and he could come out here at Champs and blow the competition out the water. Dallas Empire are sure to come hot out the gates and take down Minnesota ROKKR in the first round. That pits LA Thieves against ROKKR in their first matchup. But all the pressure here will be on the stage 5 champs. They are no longer the hidden dark horse, and Thieves have no doubt studied ROKKR's gameplay and figured out how to send them packing. I think here the Thieves take it to the ROKKR, the pressure is too much for the Northern team, and Thieves come out on top. And I think that's important because that gives them belief, that gives them momentum. They can go on and beat these top tier sides. This is their last chance to do something. And to lose that mental block, the kind of same thing that happens to Optic, I think that's going to be massive for an LA Thieves team who truly do have a ridiculous ceiling if they can go out and find it. LA Thieves have the freedom of playing with no expectation of success, and their poor performances from the regular season will only spur them on to do better at Champs. Kenny has had some notable showings at Majors this year, with a 1.11 KD at Stage 2 and a 1.14 at Stage 4. This is the level that he definitely has the capability of performing at, but his inconsistency has often let him down. If Quavo can put up the numbers at Champs, Thieves are looking very dangerous. And the same goes for veteran John, who has really come out to play since his much anticipated return to competitive COD.
Damage dealt, gets another one, 18 HP. This has been a good round for John. He's got to keep going though. Here come the next 2. Oh my goodness!
Unfortunately, LA Thieves face a big setback before they've even played any Call of Duty. They are starting in the losers bracket, which means that they can't afford any mistakes. So yeah, basically that is their opening weakness. There is no chance for error. There is no Black Ops 4 100 Thieves miracle run. None of that is happening. If you mess up here, if you trip up at any point, you're out. See you later. End of season. To add to their setbacks, they will either face reigning champs Dallas Empire or Stage 5 winners Minnesota ROKKR in their first game. As discussed earlier, ROKKR would be the preferred option as Thieves have failed to beat Empire on 2 occasions. In contrast, they beat ROKKR earlier in the season and only lost marginally in a Game 5 Round 11 at Stage 4.
He doesn't need a dice. Stanley's got his close cover. Major Minik has the flank. It is perfection out of ROKKR, and that final explosion sets it up. It's all over. ROKKR get it done.
LA Thieves really need to start off hot or they're in for an early trip home. A minor positive is that they had a 10-6 hardpoint record in Stage 5, which is good, but it's just not good enough against the top teams. Their S&D record was 5-6, and their Control only 2-6. Thieves tend to fall off in the series and rely on their hardpoints to push that series to a Game 5. When their matches do reach a 5th map, they are pretty good at closing them out with the 4th best Game 5 record in the league. But they can't just rely on their clutch factor. In order to counter this, LA Thieves are going to have to win both hardpoints. They're just going to have to. They can't afford to give either one of them up and then hopefully claw away a 3rd map. I say that they do have 2 weeks to practice, and if I was the LA Thieves coach, looking at Jacob and Mud Dog, you should be putting a lot of time into Control, because if you can get better at this, you've shown that you can see out S&Ds in Game 5s, you've shown that you can take away hardpoints. If you could take a Control away from a couple of these big teams, it's going to be absolute gold dust for your side. LA's map pool is also very shaky at the moment. On Hardpoint, they love Checkmate and Raid. On S&D, they favor Moscow. And Control is just a bit of a mess. Any other map mode combo is very iffy for the Thieves, which will cause them some real problems unless they find a way to improve. They're going to have to ensure that their favorite maps get put in every time. They're going to have to just simply go for the veto advantage and hope that they can do the business there. Play damage limitation pretty much everywhere else. Again, look to claw something away from someone. It's difficult to do. It's far easier to say on this side of the desk, but it's what they're going to have to play. Slasher is a world champion and knows what it takes to beat the best, but he has yet to showcase his championship mentality and drive for success this season. This man is apparently fighting for his spot, and across stage 5 alone, he's shown us the inconsistencies of him dropping a 0.58 against Paris and then dropping over a 1.2 against Empire on main stage. No more excuses, stick on the gauntlet, go out and perform and justify your spot for next season. Check out these videos for more Call of Duty content.